Hey guys, I wanted to come on here in the last 10 minutes of my lunch and kind of give you a bit of a channel update for most of this month coming up. Basically, last week, as a lot of you probably noticed, I was able to get some content out, probably more so than I've ever been able to in quite a while. It's because I took some time off and I took advantage of opportunities that were presented to me within that week, even some unexpectedly. So I was able to do a few live streams and stuff like that, and just get some stuff off my mind. And then, of course, as you probably noticed yesterday, I tried to do a live stream, which I did somewhat successfully do, but I had to work around my living situations. If you kind of get my understanding, which a lot of us, I'm pretty sure, go through. We have different kind of living situations and schedules we got to work around. So yeah, I was doing a live stream and was somewhat successful in doing it yesterday. The only reason I sometimes get silent, or I kind of be like, say hold on for a second, whatever, it's because of my living situation as it is. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say any more than that. But basically, yeah, basically, I was somewhat successful in doing a live stream yesterday. And again, it's just part of, working around the opportunities that you have. Like, if you can, sense or feel that you're going to get an opportunity to do something, you take advantage of it, and that's what I did. And I did that not just with the live stream yesterday, but with 3 other videos, I believe, that I uploaded. And again, going back to this past week, I was able to really take advantage of that. Now, of course, basically, we're at that time of year that, with the exception of what's going on now, if you put that aside, if you kind of put that on the back burner, you put that on the shelf, if you will, we're at that time of year where the schedule does kind of change up a lot more than it usually does. I mean, during the rest of the year, there's a few exceptions here and there because of, certain, seasonal breaks and stuff, and you have to work around that kind of scheduling. So basically we're heading into that territory again for the summer. Now, what's interesting though is I figured out a way to try to maybe work around that. Now, my work schedule is seemingly going into that phase that it was in, I should say, about a month or so ago, or a couple months ago. It's sort of going back into that phase, but then again, that's kind of as I look at it, I kind of look at it as a tentative schedule. I look at it as a schedule it's tentative because I'm not sure whether or not it's going to be the final schedule, like if it's going to stay as it is, or if it's going to change. So it's very tentative. It's very up in the air, in my opinion. Even though it'll say certain hours for that week, things can change. Now, I could probably understand maybe it's going to probably end up in that category, probably be the schedule it's already set out to be, due to the fact that we have, some new people, on staff. We have several new people on staff, and even a returning associate that just came back in the past week. So it may remain the way they have it set up, but I thought about that before, and every time I check my schedule, oh, look what happened. It changed. It's giving me more hours, which I appreciate. More hours equal more money, but still, it's like the schedule that you would think you're going to get, you have to really work around. You have to really work yourself around as it changes, if you catch my drift. But the reason I think it may stay as it's being set up to be right now, although things can change, is due to the fact that my off hours, or the time I get off this week, is 15 minutes to 5:30, or 15 minutes to 5:30 basically. Yeah, basically about 5:15 is when I get off. And you know, that kind of makes me curious, if not makes me wonder if perhaps my schedule is going to be as they have it set up over the next 2 weeks. And if they do, then that does kind of play a little bit into me maybe having a little bit more time to get up early and perhaps do a live stream of topics on my mind or whatever I want to discuss and talk about that day. It at least opens that door up for me to do so. Now, speaking of my channel, speaking of my scheduling, today I was going to today I was going to get up early and do a live stream, but you know, my body just said, nah, rest up, you know, do what you got to do, you know, to get yourself ready to go back today. So I didn't do it, but I do want to do a live stream of topics on my mind before I go to work, somewhat this week, possibly on Wednesday and Friday. Usually I try to do it 3 times a week, but then again, things can change. So yeah, I still plan to do that. I just got to get myself up and running, up and going, you know what I'm saying? Now, as far as my CAW league goes, I know that in a description for the recent Wrestling Challenge, the 3rd edition of the Wrestling Challenge series, the new one, the new CAW show that I got going, I know I said in descriptions that Summer of Violence 3, SOV3, was going to happen this Sunday, which would have been yesterday. What I should have said is it's going to happen this week, or at least by the latest June 14th, which of course, if you're a wrestling fan, is the date of WWE Backlash, which a lot of people apparently are not really in the mood to see, and I'm sure they'd rather see something like a CAW CPV over that. So the plan is going to go like this. The plan is going to go like this. If I'm up to it this week, after work, like today or tomorrow, what I will do is probably play some matches, or probably play out some, record and play out some of the matches of the CPV. I've done this before. And what I will do is I play them out and all that. What I will do is I will take what I have, upload them onto my computer, put them in a folder, and wait until the time is right. Now, what I mean by that is more than likely come maybe the end of the week, depending on what happens. Like I said, depending on what happens, at the end of the week, I will probably, during the day I go to work, turn on my computer and maybe start, hopefully without any trouble, start uploading all the footage onto my CyberLink Power Director software, and then rendering it while I'm gone. Because depending on how long it's going to be, it takes time to render. And if I'm going to be gone for about 8 hours, that should give it plenty of time to get everything up and going, up and rendered and up and prepared to be uploaded later on. So that's probably going to be the plan. And if not, the backup is to do a live stream on Saturday or Sunday. Now, I say that that's going to be a backup possibly, but let's put an asterisk next to backup, if you will, because I don't know what's going to come up this weekend. You know, of course, with a lot of things reopening slowly with few modifications here and there, you know, plans might come out of family plans and gatherings and all that. They might come out of nowhere, and I may have to wait and hold off on Summer of Violence 3 until a later date if it comes to being a live stream. But hopefully I won't have to do the live stream version, and what I'll do is just go with the weekly situation, with the maybe 1 or 2 or 3 matches a night kind of deal, maybe 2 a night, 3 a night, depending on what kind of match it is, to fill the void, or to not fill the void, but to kind of get this up and running as soon as possible. I mean, I'll put it this way: if I can get a majority of the matches done by at least Wednesday night, then Thursday morning I'll start rendering, and then probably I'm gonna, again, put an asterisk there, probably have it up and going on Friday. Like, I'll have it, it's like, if I get every match completed by Wednesday, then by Thursday I should have it ready to be rendered and produced. And if that is the case, then by Friday I should have it ready to premiere throughout the day. Like, here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at, probably, if I get it up by Friday, it's gonna premiere maybe during my work hour. Like, when I'm working, I'll have it premiere. Like, it's not gonna premiere in the morning, I'll put it that way, because it would be too early. But I would look at something more along the lines of perhaps maybe noon Pacific time for it to premiere on Friday, if that happens. Now, depending, again, this all depends on how I feel physically and mentally. Now, if that doesn't happen, if that doesn't occur, then without a shadow of a doubt, and this is the truth, without a shadow of a doubt, Saturday will be the most likely day it'll be uploaded. Like, Friday it'll be rendering and produced, and it'll be in the process of being rendered and produced, and then by Saturday I should have it up and going, and probably have enough people watching it by then, because that's the weekend. And if Saturday's not an option, which it should be, then Sunday would be the backup for the live stream or for the uploading then. But I'm just letting you guys know that this weekend, that's when Summer of Violence 3, the CPV of my DCWA league, or CAW league, will commence. And yes, in case you're wondering, it is an event that's basically Extreme Rules, but in a way that I don't think any major pro wrestling company like WWE or AEW or whatever would really put the money into. I mean, AEW maybe, but the environments, like I said, I put these characters in, it's like, yeah, this is beyond anything those companies would even think of. But that's basically one thing going on as well. Like I said, I still plan to do some live streams and all that. I'm kind of surprised about the response I've gotten, the positive response I've gotten when it came to my 10 best ships and animated cartoons countdown. I'm kind of surprised by that. I'm kind of surprised by the video I put out yesterday, which is about, asking where I kind of talked about the question that gets asked by everybody, like, how many R-rated movies do you own or have, or something like that. And I'm kind of surprised by the outcome or the response on that, so that's pretty cool. So I'll probably do videos like that again. It just depends. I know I want to do an honorable mention as a follow-up to my 10 best ships countdown. So it'd be like an honorable mention, like, here are the ones that were worthy but didn't make it. So I want to do that, and I think people would appreciate it. I still want to do some more PMVs. I know I have a song now that I want to put into a PMV, so hopefully I can get that up and going very soon as well, depending on how I feel. And if my schedule is going to go the way it's scheduled to do, tentatively I'm looking at it though with an asterisk, then that might help out as well. So we'll have to wait and see. But really, guys, I just wanted to come on here and let you know what's going to be happening in the next few weeks because of my scheduling and all that. And hopefully I'll be able to get up during the early in the morning, maybe do a live stream. And if my schedule, asterisk, tentatively remains the way it is for the upcoming weeks, I'll probably be able to do some live streams early, but I won't have to wake up too early to do them. So just thought I'd come on here and let you know what's going on after my week that I had off, which I did enjoy, although there was some moments here and there. So yeah, I just thought I'd come on here and let you know what's going to be happening, and let me know what you all think down below. Comment if you like. I got to get back to work, and I'm out.